This is Pasco Made Easy with Senana, and today we come your way we call mathematics. We are solving past questions in core mathematics, and we are looking at questions on sets. Remember that these questions on sets can be solved by all. So if you want questions to solve on sets, or you want to consider questions that are on sets, this is a video for you. Remember to like this video, share this video, click on the notification bell, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get all videos on time. Now let's consider the question. So in this question, it says that a military camp has 50 officers and they had a choice to choose between jungle, forest, and air trainings, right? And of these officers, 21 chose jungle, 24 chose forest, 18 air. Also, 3 chose jungle only, 9 forest only, 2 air only, and 5 chose all 3 kinds of training. Now, we have to illustrate the information on the Venn diagram. Use the Venn diagram to find the number of officers who choose forest and jungle only, exactly 2 kinds of training, and then none of the 3 kinds of training. So now let's consider how we can solve this question. So in this question, we have to write the information given in a set notation form. So let's write out our information in set notation form. So we know that the U representing the union, right? And the U as well, please, it doesn't come with a stick. So don't put it and then put a stick on it. It's very important, right? They are 50, right? So we can probably say these are soldiers because they are in a military camp, right? Or officers. So we say among them, some of them like jungle, some like forest, and some like air trainings. How many of them like jungle? 21. So we can represent it with J, capital J, 21. Then we put jungle there. And then how many of them also like forest, right? So forest from the question, they are 24. Let's put forest there. And then how many of them as well like the air? So those are 18 of them. So for them, they prefer air training. Right. Now, they also gave some information in the question. 3 chose jungle only. So when we consider J only, we can have them as what? 3. Right. And then how many people chose forest only? 9. So F only, they are 9. And then we have 2 choosing air only. So air only, right? A only, right? So let's clean here and then put the only there, right? So air only, that is 2, right? And then they also said that 5 choose all 3 kinds of training. So that one will be F intersection J intersection A, right? And that is 5. So intersection, right? That is 5. So once we have all the information, we should be able to present this in a Venn diagram. So let's draw a Venn diagram. So we can put our Venn diagram here. A rectangular one, of course. So we have our Venn diagram. Okay. And in the Venn diagram, we have our jungle. And our jungle has 21, right? So jungle is 21. And then they interlap because they are all 3 here, right? So our forest will have 24, and then our air will have 18. So that is air, right? So all 3 is 5. So that is here. And then we have jungle only being 3. We have forest only being 9. And then we have air only being 2, right? So we can represent the spaces by, let's say, A, B, and C, right? Now the union here is 50, right? The union is 50. So we are going through the same process. We want to consider them circle by circle and determine what we can get out of it. It's not always that when we consider the circles, we should be able to get a value, right? So sometimes you'll be getting values in A and B, X and Y, where you'd have to solve them simultaneously. So first, when we consider Django, we see that 21 will be equal to 3 plus 5 plus A plus B, right? So we have 21 is equal to 8 plus A plus B. Now it means that our A plus B should be equal to 21 minus 8. So A plus B is equal to 13. So we get an equation. Let's call this equation 1. And then let's consider the other circle, which is forest. So when we consider forest, we realize that we have 24 to be equal to 5 plus 9. So we have this 5, we have this 9, plus A plus C, right? So we have 24 to be equal to 14 plus A plus C. So A plus C should be equal to 10, right? That gives us equation 2, because 14 minus 24 gives us 10, right? And then our last area of region is the air. So with the air, we have 18 to be equal to, right? 18 to be equal to 5 plus 2 plus B plus C, right? So it means that we have 18 to be equal to 7 plus B plus C, right? So that implies that here we have B plus C to be equal to 11. That will be equation 3. So we have our 3 equations now, right? We have our first equation, we have our second equation, we have our third equation. And remember, we got these 3 equations basically from taking the circle, each of them circle by circle, right? So we want to write out the 3 equations out. So the first equation is A plus B, right? So our first equation is A plus B is equal to 13. That's equation 1. And our second equation is A plus C is equal to 10. That's equation 2. And our third equation is B plus C is equal to 11. Equation 3. Now, let's consider the 3 equations now, right? Let's consider the 3 equations now. So we can say that from equation 1, we want to solve the 3 equations simultaneously. From equation 1, A should be equal to 13 minus B. Then we can call this equation 4, right? So we can put equation 4 into equation 2, because we have A in equation 2. So wherever we see A, we put the value of A there, so that becomes 13 minus B plus C to be equal to 10, right? Then we can have minus B plus C is equal to 10 minus 13. So minus B plus C is equal to negative 3. So let's call this equation 5. So we have equation 5 in B and C, and we have equation 3 in B and C. So we also have B plus C, right, to be equal to 11, right? Let's call it equation 3, which is there. Now we'll solve equation 5 and equation 3 simultaneously. So we can make probably C the subject in equation 5. So it means that our C should be equal to minus 3 plus B. Let's call it equation 6 and put equation 6 into, right, equation 3, right? So we are solving using the substitution method. So we can have B plus minus 3 plus B to be equal to 11. So B plus B should give us 2B, right? Then the minus 3 will move to the other side to be equal to 11 plus 3, right? So 2B is equal to 14. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of the B, which is 2. And it means that our B becomes equal to 7, right? So now we have B, we should be able to get A and C. So we can put the value of B in equation 3 and find C, right? So put B, which is equal to 7, into, right, we are putting b, which is equal to 7, into equation 3, right? So it means we have 7 plus c to be equal to 11. So our c is equal to 11 minus 7. So our c would be give us 4. So we have our c. Now that we have our c, our a can be found easily because we have a plus b to be 13. And we have a plus c to be 10. So let's use a plus c. So put c, which is equal to 4, into equation 2. So we have a plus 4 to be equal to 10. So a is equal to 10 minus 4. So that gives our a to be what? 6. So now that we have the value of a, we have the value of b, we have the value of c as well, we should be able to solve the questions that follow. We should be able to solve the questions that follow. So let's consider the questions that follow. So when we consider the question says that we should find b, right? We are using the information to find the number of soldiers who like forest only, right? Forest and jungle only. So based on our diagram, right, when we consider that diagram, we see that our A, right, from what we have looked at over here, our A is 6, our B is 7, and then our C is 4, right? So we have our A to be 6, right? So our A here is 6, our B is 7, and our C is 4, right? So we have solved for A, B, and C. So now when we are asked to find I, where we are asked to find forest and jungle only, we are looking at forest only, forest and jungle only. So where both of them meet, they are only forest and jungle only, right? So we are considering forest and jungle only. So we are looking at forest is here, and then jungle is here. They are only forest and jungle only is here, right? So it means that forest and jungle only would be equal to 6, right? Because that is the forest and jungle only. That is equal to 6 over here. And then our I, we are asked to find exactly 2 kinds of training, right? So exactly there for this side, right? Or exactly this side, or exactly this side. So this is 6 plus 4, which gives us 10, plus 7 is 17. So that is 17 soldiers, right? And then we have I, where you are asked to find none of the 3 kinds of training. So in this case, all that we need to do is that we want to find probably a variable here where we can call it maybe x. So to do that, we have to add all the values. So add 3 plus our 6 plus our 9 plus our 5 plus our 4, right, plus 2 plus 7, right, that we covered all. Then we have plus x to be equal to 50. So we have 3 plus 6 plus 9, it gives us 18, and that gives us 23. Plus our 4, we get our 27, we get 29, then we get 36, right? So we have 36 plus x to be equal to 50. So our x is equal to 50 minus 36. So it means that x is equal to 14. So we are finding this side, right? So we add all, and we know the total is 50. So we subtract from it, and then we are able to get 14. So it means none of them, right? None is equal to 14. Right, so basically in this question we have looked at the question, and these questions when they come in WASSCE will be a full question where it will give you 12 marks. One thing I would advise is that when you get these equations, 3 equations, if it's possible, you can use the calculator to get the values of A, B, and C, right, which is easy to do. You go to mode, you go to equations, which is 5, and then you go to 2, right, which is the equations. Then you put in the values of the coefficients, and it gives you the same values for A, B, and C. You get your A to be 6, you get your B to be your 4, you get your C to be your 7, right? You get your values, and then you just come and work towards it later when you have more time. So we have been able to look at how we can find probably solutions to a set questions. Remember that you will like this video, you share this video, and especially subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get all the videos on time.